So we just wanted to kind of fill you in on what we have happening at APCO as well as some other news. And like Kathy said, we'll be recording so that if anybody does miss, a portion or all of this, we'll find a way to get that to everybody. We're going to keep it real short. Questions are obviously open as we go. Raven is going to be at APCO again this year. It's one of those necessary evils for Raven. We have to go to APCO. We love IWCE and we do other trade shows, but by all means, APCO has got to happen. So what we decided to do this year, our venue is a little different. We're only bringing maybe 3 pieces of hardware. Normally we bring a big server rack and we have all this crazy stuff going on, lots of LEDs and so forth at the trade show. Since we've been developing and marketing and selling our new ROIP, well, not so new, it's a couple years old actually, our ROIP FlexGate systems, we've decided to go light duty this year. And what we're bringing, we're going to still have a 10 by 20 booth. We're bringing 1 portable, 1 mobile radio, an M4X blade, and 2 laptops. And that's essentially it. And what we're going to do with those 2 laptops and that mobile radio is we're going to tie into 2 separate FlexGate systems in opposite ends of the country. We've got North Carolina is doing a multiple county, what they're calling the tri-county full recovery operation exercise, and it's intended. They're going to have emergency operations center up and running, and they're simulating a catastrophic weather event that may or may not have effect on one or more of the nuclear power plants in the region. And we're going to be monitoring that both on video surveillance as well as traffic. And we may even have opportunity to call directly into their emergency operations center in live form, all from a PC connected to an LTE router, or basically the internet at the APCO show. And we'll be able to surveil and watch what's happening there. In addition to that, we'll also have our own NextEdge multi-site trunked radio system here at Raven Electronics in Nevada that we will also be monitoring both video and audio traffic. Not that we have a lot of audio traffic, but we should be able to call into anybody here in the facility. So this year we're bringing 3 people to APCO, and that's going to be myself, Brian Carr, he's going to be one of our technical assets on site in Washington, D.C., and then Kathy will be there as well to support and celebrate everything that happens at APCO. And then back here in Reno, we're also making sure there's booth duty for some of our other guys. One is Steve Hubner, who's our chief technical support guy, as well as John Lafrano, who also helps in sales. They are doing booth duty in Reno while we're at APCO, and we'll be able to watch them and make fun of them over video surveillance that's happening in Washington, D.C. And if we choose to, we can pick up our portable radio, which will, in this case, is going to be an NX220. That's going to be ROIP back to Raven Electronics here into our FlexGate system. And we'll be able to talk to them over the air from a conventional analog NextEdge NX220 to a NX320 trunked radio NextEdge system, which is kind of cool. And if we choose to, and if the North Carolina Emergency Operations Center allows us to, we might even have opportunity to create a live patch between 2 systems across the country, which is pretty sweet, pretty neat. So that's what we're playing at APCO. So really, since APCO is kind of more of a dispatch-oriented show, we'll be mostly up on big screens showing, the voice and video surveillance and our dispatch user interface called HQI. You'll have more information on that after this call today. We'll be sending out sales literature on that as well as FlexGate. And so, kind of catering to the dispatch crowd out there. We're also launching a new product called, what are we calling it? FlexGate, kind of a small office FlexGate dispatch system. So there's a lot of customers out there that we've been catering to that have one or two radio channels of whatever flavor they may be that, say, Kenwood, ICOM, NextEdge, Motorola, whatever. But they're a small shop. Let's say they're a forestry agency that has a small office of 4 or 5 guys, and then some people that are out mobile on the road. So what they're finding is that for under $5,000, or frankly under less than $1,000 per dispatch console, they can actually get into a FlexGate system and not only monitor traffic, but also talk out to their mobile users or their portable users, whatever. And they can also tie in video feeds. So HQI is now a full situational awareness, light duty dispatch console. It's not intended to compete with the APCOs of the world. It's not necessarily a critical communication system for high-end, high capacity dispatch centers. But for small offices, we can get people into an ROIP system that is very effective for less than $5,000 and 5 dispatch consoles. And that obviously works with NextEdge and any other control station related type of system. So that's what we're calling the HQI bundle. You will also have information on that pricing structure today. There's 4 models there at the most basic level, and then there's options for additional features if you need them. But at the most basic, it's a 2 analog channel, utilizing control station access into a radio system, and 5 client seats for PCs that may already exist in that particular customer premises. So keeping that in mind, that might be very handy. We'll also be sending out later today a customer testimonial on the HQI and FlexGate product, which I think you'll enjoy. And that's what we're doing at APCO. It'll be interesting. We'll take pictures and send them to you. I know a lot of people can't make it this year, and we totally understand. Hopefully we'll be able to make it even more interesting by IWCE next year. And then the other product that's kind of starting to get some new traction, in the past we've said we can do VoIP backhaul voting. We've actually had some good success in recent months on new versions of that. So if you have customers out there that have VoIP/ROIP voting requirements and they want to remove their leased lines and get rid of some of those microwave leased lines, or not microwave, but telco leased lines, and backhaul it back to a main voter over IP, we've had some very good success recently with organizations like Kaiser and others, and we're expecting to have literature on that very soon. And the way that works is basically using Raven equipment. You can backhaul all your IP, and we have a new deterministic way of initiating the vote process at the main voter, and it's working very well. So we'll get you more information on that. And I think, in a nutshell, how did I do here? 10, 15? We're good. Yep. So what we'll do is, today there'll be another mailer. If you have not received the pre-show APCO email blast, send Kathy a quick email if you have time, and she'll make sure you get a copy of that. And in fact, actually better yet, just make sure all the reps get a second copy.
Okay, updated.
Yeah, just forward that to them.
Okay.
And then also expect to see in your mailbox new sales literature for the FlexGate product line, as well as the HQI dispatch client that works with FlexGate, and the small office, what we call the FlexGate bundle, which is a new pricing model for you guys, which hopefully should work out quite well. We expect it's already got legs, and we actually appreciate some of the reps out there for sending us ideas on how to sort of reprice how we do things. So you've got an enterprise version of FlexGate for those larger systems that are multiple channels, up to anywhere from 2 to hundreds of channels. And then you got now this new FlexGate bundle, which is small office, 2 to 8 channels, including NextEdge Direct, and hopefully in the future ICOM and IDAS and so forth.